So here we got a new camera, and we've actually got a new cameraman. He's playing around with it, so it's kind of jittery and stuff. But what we're doing here is we're using a die grinder to bore out the hole, because we only had a 1/2 inch drill bit and we needed a 5/8. So one of the guys out there had a die grinder, which is something you typically don't bring camping. So he was, reaming the hole out to make it bigger. Here at the second part, we're kind of standing around trying to evaluate what to do next and what we have for equipment. The battery on the die grinder went dead. So what we did is we pulled the bit out of the die grinder and we were putting it in the Milwaukee drill, and we were going to use it to finish the hole. Then down here, we're underneath the trailer. We had to jack the trailer up to get it the right height to get the bolts out, and of course to get the bolts back in. The cameraman never quite got what we're looking for, but some of the shackle stuff was badly worn, and we were working on that. It was nice that we had a hydraulic jack there so we could lift it to the height to get things to wiggle in and out. Of course, it's a campsite and us camping, so not all of the parts and tools you would have, so you make do with what you got. Here around the other side, it was bad also, so we had to take it apart and work on it. Kind of weld up its shackles a bit, and then so we could get it to town. There's no phone service out here, so everything we were doing was kind of in place and finding parts and pieces that we had hiding in our trucks in various places. Here I'm welding with the Pro Point welder. It's an inverter welder. Actually, I buy it from Princess Auto. It's very similar to the suitcase welder that you would buy from Miller. And I know those two names should never be said in conjunction. But that Pro Point welder will weld on 120 or 240 volt. So I'm plugging it into my holiday trailer. I have a 3,000 watt inverter that runs off 12 volt batteries with solar panels on the roof. So the solar I have on the roof is two 315 watt solar panels tied into a Victron Smart Solar Charge Controller. So it's amazing all the stuff that you pack when you go camp. And I heard that there was a wreck out there from a text that I got. They climbed, not this mountain, a different mountain, sent a text message and said, bring tools and some metal to do some welding. We got a problem. So if I would have known what the problem was, we could have just brought out new parts. But instead, we just kind of threw a whole bunch of stuff in the truck and away I went. But you can see here I'm welding with 332 welding rod and welding on 120 volts. And I'm welding on just a touch over 1/4 inch steel. It's really nice country out there. We had really good weather. The mosquitoes weren't too bad. It was cooler days, so it wasn't bad at all. Here we're welding that up. So there was 4 of them that we had to manufacture or recreate.
Solar makes me happy.